everybody, just Mrs. Swistek here. I wanted to recap what we did in Art Club yesterday. Yesterday we talked about something that I would like us to do for Black History Month, and that would be to decorate your own locker for Black History Month. And I kind of wanted it to feel like we were back at school decorating our doors and hallways for Black History Month. So my idea was that we could create and design our own lockers. All right, so you've got this locker template in our Google Classroom, and I need this done by February 19th. I believe that's what I said. Let me check my calendar. Yep. So that I can put this all together in a really super cool format and be able to display this on our school website. So please make sure when you're decorating your locker, you keep it appropriate, respectful, and tasteful. I know I shouldn't have to say that for our art club people because we are super awesome and smart. But as a teacher, I always do have to make that little kind of disclaimer. So just keep in mind when you're decorating your locker, it's going to be seen by the public and be out there for public viewing. All right. I also mentioned that if you had wanted to draw something for the inside of your locker, please feel free to do so. But I want you to please make sure that you hit the plus button. So right up there, you're going to hit the plus button and add an extra slide so that you can put a copy of your drawing on that extra slide for me so that I can do some cool things with links so that a person can click on your picture and see it in a larger view rather than just a little kind of thumbnail that they might see on your locker. All right, so I have to apologize because the name of this wonderful woman fell out of my brain. So hopefully one of you guys can email me or message me the name of this woman right here. I started drawing her today during one of my training sessions. So I snapped a quick picture for as far as I got for today. I uploaded her onto the slide, and now I can go ahead and copy and paste this anywhere onto my locker as part of my decoration. And of course, that's the great thing about Google Slides because you can copy and paste and add anything in there. I'm going to use this 3-bar outline to make an outline so it makes it look more like a poster. And then don't forget, we've also got the drop shadow option, and you find that under the Format menu. So if you go to Format Options, and you click this little square over here, that's going to give you the ability to cast a shadow onto your locker so that it looks like it's kind of like a poster hanging off of your locker. Now, great thing about using Google Slides is you can image search anything. So maybe you, for example, wanted to maybe make it look like there's a piece of tape holding your poster onto your locker. You can come on over here to the image search. I'm going to search for tape PNG. This way I can make sure it is transparent, and hopefully I can find what I'm looking for. I know I have before. Let me try piece of tape PNG, and that will help me find what I'm looking for. I know I've used a piece of tape before to hold things into place on some of my Google Slides. Of course, now I can't find it. Oh, I know what I can look for. How about a thumbtack? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to just drag and drop this little thumbtack on over here. Of course, I pick a red one on a red locker. What are you thinking, Mrs. Swistek? All right, I'll just shrink it down. But of course, you are going to design and decorate your locker however you personally want to do it. I do ask that you use maybe one of these shapes to create a little sign. Of course, you can put that little sign any place you choose, and that should have your name and the words Art Club on it. I'm going to go ahead and use this bucket fill tool to fill in with a cool gradient the color of my sign, maybe add a nice cool colored border. And if I double click on that shape, then yes, I can type in the words Mrs. Swistek and Art Club. Of course, you can use whatever cool fonts and colors that you want. Make sure you use this tool here to center your words so it looks super awesome. And then yes, of course, you can use that format option of drop shadow to give it that really cool shadow. Now, what I wanted to show you next, and of course, oh wait, before I show you this, is if you wanted to, say, for example, put a Bitmoji version of yourself next to your locker if you do have your Bitmoji made. That'd be very super cool as well. I can give myself a little drop shadow so that I look like I'm actually hanging out there. All right. Now, there is a website that will remove backgrounds from things. So, for example, I went over here to Google and I looked for some Black History Month clip art. All right. And this is my second time through this video. One of my husband's tools just started and scared me, so I had to start over. So if I want to use this Black History Month logo, which is really awesome, if I were to drag this on over to my locker, what's going to happen is, I mean, yes, it looks okay as a poster like that, I suppose, but I just want that round seal. All right, I want to remove the white part of the background. Let me show you how I can go about doing that. So if I go back to the Black History Month clip art that I'd like, I'm going to right click and save image as. All right. And now I'm going to go over to this website called remove.bg. Remove.bg is going to take off that white background. Let me show you how it works. I'm going to just take this, drag my image up into the program. And there it goes. It went from a white background to a gray and white checker background. And typically that will mean that the background is transparent. Now, a lot of times, if you were to go to Google, let me show you this, you'll see some pictures that have that gray and white background. It's not always a transparent background. So if you're going to use something like this and you wind up taking it over to your Google slide and you'll see that gray and white checker background, you can still save it and put it in remove.bg to remove that background. I'm going to go ahead and download that. And now I can just go ahead and drag and drop it on into place. So now I have this really cool Black History Month seal. I'm going to use the arrange button and send it backward. So now that Black History Month seal, let me move me out of the way a little bit there, actually, so that I can move this around and put it into place where I think I might want it in my locker. Yeah, how about up in there? That looks kind of cool. And once again, if you want to use that format option to give it a shadow, you can. And don't forget, you can crop things. I'm going to crop myself a little bit so I don't have that big box hanging around me so that, I can put things a little closer to me. But you feel free to choose how you want to decorate your locker. Fill it up with all kinds of stuff. You can even put let's see, I'm going to look for a pile of books. There we go. That's kind of cool. I can stick some books inside my locker. Make it look like, I got some books in there. And whatever other cool kind of things that you would like to put in your locker. Actually, one more thing I would like you to put on your sign is Rowe Academy. Just so that anybody who's looking at this from another school would know that this is an art club student at Rowe Academy. Remember, the other day I even mentioned that you could even put like a coat or anything you would like in your locker along with your stuff for Black History. So once again, Black History Month lockers, they're due February 19th. Feel free to insert a drawing that you might want to do into your locker that you might have done, but also make sure you upload me a copy onto a separate slide so that I can link it and have people be able to click on it so that they can see a larger version of it. And then as soon as you're done, don't forget to hit submit. I am going to create a video on how to copy a drawing. It's going to be a separate video because I did not want to be this long. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, send me a message. Let me know you might have a question or you need a little help with something. All right. Thanks so much for watching and have a great, wonderful rest of your day.